Have you ever felt like heartbreak defined you, or that no matter how hard you try, you keep losing yourself in love? I'm Bina Freilich, a personal development and dating coach, and I know what it's like to rebuild from the ground up. This is Wounds to Wings, the podcast where we turn pain into power and heartbreak into healing. Because you're not broken, you're becoming. Today's title is Breaking Free from Conditioning and How Society Shapes Women's Beliefs. In this episode of Wounds to Wings, Healing and Empowering for Women, we're unpacking the powerful role conditioning plays in our lives. From childhood messages to cultural expectations, many women carry invisible rules that shape how we see ourselves, our relationships, and our worth. I'll share my own experience with conditioning and how it created guilt and self doubt, and the practical steps you can take to start questioning and rewriting the beliefs that no longer serve you. If you've ever felt stuck living by someone else's rules, then this podcast is for you. Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, why do I think this way? Why do I feel guilty for wanting more? And why do I believe I have to keep everyone else happy even when I'm hurting inside? The truth is, so much of how we see ourselves as women comes from one thing: that's conditioning. Conditioning is a set of beliefs, habits, and rules that were passed down to us, often without question. Maybe you were taught to always put others first, to stay quiet instead of speaking up, or to believe that your worth comes from being a wife, a mother, or a caretaker. These patterns become so ingrained that we don't even realize we're living by them. I remember being told as a young girl that being good meant being quiet, agreeable, and not rocking the boat. Later in life, that conditioning made it so hard for me to set boundaries or even believe that I deserved better. And I see this in so many women I work with. The voices of parents, culture, or society living in their heads long after they've grown up. Here's how this conditioning shows up for women. It creates guilt for prioritizing yourself. It makes it hard to leave unhealthy relationships. It lowers confidence in making choices that go against tradition or expectations. And it keeps women stuck in cycles of people-pleasing or self-doubt. So how do we break free? Number one, awareness. Start noticing which thoughts are really yours and which were planted in you. For example, I feel guilty for saying no. Instead, ask yourself, whose voice is that? Is it truly mine? Number two, challenge it. Ask, does this belief help me grow or keep me small? Rewrite it. Create new empowering beliefs. Instead of, I'm selfish if I put myself first, shift to, taking care of me helps me show up stronger for others. Conditioning doesn't disappear overnight, but the moment you start questioning it, you begin breaking free. You are allowed to create new rules for your life. You are allowed to define womanhood, love, and success on your own terms. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Wounds to Wings. If this episode spoke to you, make sure to follow or subscribe so you never miss the next one. And if you know someone who needs this message, please share it. You could be the reason someone finds hope today. I'm Bina Freilich, your personal development and dating coach, reminding you you're not broken, you're becoming. You've got this.